In a small town, there lived a young single gentleman named Adrian. He was very sincere and kind, and people in the town respected and liked him very much. On a Halloween night, Adrian was invited by his best friend, Arthur, to go for a walk. However, shortly after stepping out of the house, Arthur was called back home because of something urgent. So Adrian had to go on alone. While he was looking at the beautiful pumpkin lanterns on the street, and the interesting ghost decorations on the houses, he was suddenly attracted by a sweet and pure laugh. He turned around and saw a girl in a long white dress, holding a red rose in her hand. Her face was as bright as the moonlight, her bright eyes like twinkling stars, and her laugh was as pleasant as silver bells. Adrian was immediately attracted by her beauty and purity. At this time, the girl also noticed him and said to the old woman beside her, "Look at that strange man. Was he scared by my costume?" Then she gently put the rose on the ground and walked away with a smile. Adrian hurried forward to talk to her, but the girl and the old woman suddenly disappeared into the crowd. He only saw the rose left on the ground. Since then, Adrian had been deeply in love with her. He put the rose beside his pillow. He watched it day and night, didn't want to eat, and became thinner and thinner. Adrian couldn't forget the girl and decided to look for her. After learning about Adrian's situation, Arthur decided to help Adrian look for the girl. However, several days passed and Arthur still hadn't found the girl. In order to cheer his friend up, he lied that the girl lived in an old manor deep in the forest outside the town. When he recovered, they would go to visit her together. A few days later, Arthur didn't come. Adrian just couldn't hold back the impulse in his heart, and decided to go to the manor immediately. He took the rose with him, as if it was the only connection between him and the girl. The fog was thick in the forest and the road was difficult to walk on, but Adrian was determined to find the girl he loved. After walking for a long time, he finally saw an old manor. The gate of the manor was closed and it was very quiet around. Adrian bravely walked up and knocked on the gate. Soon, an old woman opened the door. She looked at Adrian up and down and asked, "Young man, who are you? Why have you come to this place?" Adrian replied politely, "I'm looking for a girl who loves to laugh. I think she might live here." The old woman smiled and said, "Young man, you are so persistent. Come in." Adrian followed the old woman into the manor. The garden in the manor was very beautiful. There were all kinds of beautiful flowers planted on both sides of the paths. As soon as the old woman took him to the living room and sat him down, he heard a long-lost laugh. He was very excited. It was the girl he had been thinking about day and night. When the girl saw him, there was a flash of surprise in her eyes. The old woman introduced with a smile, "This is Mr. Adrian, and this is my daughter, Olivia." Adrian stood up quickly and bowed to Olivia. Olivia bent her knees slightly to return the salute with a smile. During the conversation, Adrian learned about Olivia's life story. It turned out that Olivia's mother died when she was very young, and she was adopted by the old woman. Olivia was cheerful and loved to laugh. She was curious about many things in the world. The old woman liked Adrian's sincerity and persistence very much, so she invited him to stay in the manor. Adrian and Olivia chatted, played the piano, read books, and shared knowledge together every day. As time went by, they got to know each other better and better. One day, Adrian summoned up his courage to say, "Olivia, you are the most beautiful rose in the garden of my heart, and my love for you will never fade." Olivia raised her head slightly and asked softly, "What you said just now, does it mean that you expect to walk with me through a long life, never leave me, and always be with me forever?" Adrian looked at Olivia sincerely, held her hand tightly, and said softly, "Yes, I swear." Just then, Arthur came to the manor, with some people from the town. When everyone saw Olivia, they were all attracted by her beauty and purity. But at the same time, they had doubts about her identity. Arthur remembered some old legends about the manor. Something mysterious had happened here before. Some people said that Olivia might be an elf in the forest. Facing everyone's doubts, Olivia wasn't afraid. She calmly told her life story. Her mother was a forest elf and fell in love with a human man. They fell in love and gave birth to Olivia. When Olivia was very young, her father died. Her mother gave her to the old woman and then disappeared into the forest. Although she had elf blood, she longed to live like a human, and she longed for love and friendship. Adrian held Olivia's hand tightly and swore that he would be with her forever. No one could separate them. Everyone was moved by Olivia's sincerity. On a sunny day, Adrian and Olivia held their wedding. Olivia was wearing a long white dress, holding a rose, smiling brightly, just as beautiful as the day they first met. Their friends all came to congratulate them. Many years later, Adrian and Olivia still love each other deeply. They are always there for each other, through good times and bad. They build a warm home, filled with love and laughter. Their love is so pure and strong. It makes us believe in true love. It's like a beautiful rose that never fades. We can feel the happiness and warmth from it.